Okay, Vince. What's the top matchup for the Week 5 matchups? What do you got?
It's kind of close between two. It's either Cowboys Niners, like we've already mentioned, or Eagles and Rams.
Hmm. I mean, I think that the Eagles and Rams. I don't know because the Rams haven't shown me much other than that Niners game. Like they really haven't played, the way I thought they were going to be playing this season. I thought, I had them on a higher pedestal than what they've been playing at since that Niners game. I think the Eagles are the Eagles. I mean, they can play bad and still win these games. So I don't know. I don't know if that's really a test. Is it in Philadelphia?
I don't know. I guess I should have asked when Cooper Cup comes back first before I said that, but
It's in Los Angeles, but I don't know how much of a difference it makes. It's only a 1 o'clock game. I don't know.
I don't think Cooper Cup really going to make a difference against the Eagles.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
If he
Eagles
does
is
come back.
And I
I
do
got a couple.
and I do think I think we're all gonna say this, but I think the Cowboys and Niners. I think that is the game of the
Mhm.
week. It is Sunday night
Yep.
football, so it is. It's gonna be on prime time, which does help both teams' case if they play well or play bad.
Yeah, I think the Vikings and Chiefs are going to be a good game. I think that's where they're going to. I think both teams are going to find a little bit of identity. The Vikings, they need to figure something out. And I also think the Chiefs need to figure out what's going on with them as a tool. Granted, they are winning, but they're playing sloppy, and I think that's going to be an opportunity for them to tighten things up. And I think the Bengals game, I think that's an identity finding game as well. I think it's an important game for them.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think it is an important game because like we've said, the Cardinals are fighting hard, but at the same time, they still don't have that talent. The Bengals have the
Right.
talent, but aren't fighting as hard. So I think this is really what we find out about both teams.
Yep, I'm with you. Um, I think Texans and Falcons. That's a feel good game for us. Actually, you know what? I don't want to say that because I don't want to rule out the Falcons. I don't think they're a terrible team. I think they're trying to figure out their identity. I think that's going to be a game that shows Houston that their progression, that they continue to go in the right direction.
Hmm.
I don't think they pass on the Texans, but I do think I'll just be Bijan running down your throat. But
I think
We've been stopping the run, so
I think the Falcons' defense is underrated.
right.
Well, I only said that because you said that the Falcons' defense isn't very good earlier. I think it's an underrated defense. I don't know. I don't think it's a top 10, but I think a top 15 maybe slides in there.
I think the Falcons' problem is just their quarterback.
Desmond
I
Ritter.
agree.
Yeah.
A lot of people,
Yeah, I don't think
a lot
I
of
don't think he's
Falcons
doing very
fans,
good.
especially, were saying Desmond Ritter's the truth, and clearly he's not the truth. That was the wrong answer.
That was
So-
a lie.
So I don't know. I think the games that I'm interested
And
to
now
see.
you're getting big, old Pinocchio.
I think the games that I get you, Vince. I think the games that I'm kind of looking forward to. I won't say the Ravens Steelers game, because that's my biased answer. I think that my non-biased answer is going to be the Jags and the Bills in the UK. This is a game that usually the Jags play well, and they play really well in the UK. They just were in the UK last week, won that game, but destroyed the Falcons. I don't think they're going to beat the Bills like that, but I think this is a game that they can win because they have the talent, and if they do win, it's going to show us a lot about them. Like I said, they are still the team to beat in the South. Is it going to be an easy win? Absolutely not. The Bills are going to play them all 4 quarters, and it's going to be a tough game. But I can see the Jaguars maybe winning this one,
I don't know. I think that game gets ugly.
and it very well could be. But I
I
think
think
this is a game the Jags have a chance. Surprisingly,
the the Bills are coming off of a dominant victory against a much better team. So I don't see Jacksonville winning. Honestly,
hmm yeah, and that's not a bad take at all. I think that the Titans and Colts are another game. We just talked about both teams being 2-2. I think the Titans, like I
Yeah.
said, are figuring out their identity, and the Colts defense, I said, was decent. I think that the Titans can show a lot of people that they still are a team that might sneak into the playoffs, or the Colts can prove that they can win with Anthony Richardson. I think either can be shown there. And then obviously the Cowboys and Niners. I won't talk about that anymore. I do want to see. I had one more game. The where is it at? The Broncos and the Jets. I think Russell Wilson is getting a bad rap because of last year. A lot of people are still thinking about last year's Russell Wilson. He's played really good this year. People might not think that, but he has. And Sean Payton is a coach that's not used to losing like this. Obviously, he had Drew Brees, which might be the reason why. But I think Russ is playing well. I think that they have players on offense. Their defense might be the worst defense in the league. It's playing really bad. But the Jets' offense is not great, and I think we get to see I think a underrated Broncos offense against a really good Jets team, and I think the Broncos can show me personally some things, or the Jets can win, and that maybe they have a chance to make the playoffs. One of the two.
Yeah, not a bad take.
So we got Matt Elmo, game of the week. What you got?
I mean, obviously Niners Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. I mean, I do feel like the Bengals Cardinals one might be pretty good to kind of see what the heck's up with the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
If the Bengals keep playing like they are, I feel like the Cardinals. I think like the Cardinals win that game. But other than that, just Niners Cowboys. See what I mean. Cowboys beating up on bad teams like they usually do. Let's see how they do against an actual good team.
Mm. Okay, Bill. Bill. Okay, Bill. Okay, Big.
Okay, Bill.
Okay, Big. Okay, Big. You got any games?
Of course, my Eagles. Of course, I'm excited to see that game. Love to see how that's going to turn out. I think the Niners and the Cowboys game is going to be a very interesting game.
Mm-hmm.
I think that game is going to really, where's that game going to be played at? Is it in
Los
Dallas?
Angeles. Oh wait, the Cowboys game. Oh,
Cowboys
the Eagles.
game. Cowboys.
It is being played in San Fran.
Okay, so it's gonna make Brock Purdy grow up. It's gonna show us what Dak Prescott actually is. People like to say he's the top 5 quarterback. Can he go into this game and not turn the ball over when they need him? Can guys like Deron Bland actually, play a team that's not down, meaning they're not in a situation where they're forced to throw the football and they can, control the football and the clock a little bit more. So I'm excited to see those games. I would love to see the Buffalo game as well. So, it's gonna be a good week for football.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.